Hi guys, and welcome to the reading vlog. Sorry for this weird angle, but I'll let you know what's going on. I'm just on the way to the gym right now. I need to go meet my trainer, Becky, but I finally got a package in the mail that I've been waiting for like a week, I think, and I wanted to open it real quick. And then there'll be a clip after this where I talk about what I'm reading for the week, but let's go ahead and open this real quick. I won a giveaway for this advanced reader copy, and I'm so excited because it is the second book of an author I really loved, her first book. So I got an arc of The Stars We Steal by Alexa done. I'm so happy I won it in a giveaway on her YouTube channel. She has so many followers, and I can't believe I won it. She wrote Brightly Burning, which was one of my favorite books last year. And she personalized it for me, and I'm so happy. So I don't know when I get to start this, but I want to read it soon. It doesn't come out until February, but I want to get it up there and get a good review up there for it. I mean, if it's good. I'm not a cheater, but this, I know she said there is a Princess Leo, and she is a plus size girl, as well as being, I think she's either, I can't remember. Is she ace or is she ace? Yeah, I think she's asexual. So that's super cool, and it's like The Bachelorette and Persuasion in space, and I'm really excited. When I heard that in her most recent video that she did about it, she talked about that it was like Persuasion, which is one of my, I love that story by Jane Austen. So anyway, I just had to share this real quick. Hopefully I'll get to read it soon, and I'll be right back with you with what I'm reading this week. Hey, I'm back. Not looking as cute because now I'm post-workout, but it's the next day workout. So a little bit, nasty, but that's just how it goes. Workouts are great. I'm going to take a shower in a little bit here. But I had to get my laundry put in, and I needed to eat because I didn't really eat anything for lunch, so I was dying after my workout. But let's talk about what I'm reading, because I'm reading kind of a lot right now, and it's awesome. It's no problem. So first up here, I'm on chapter 15 of This Cruel Design. It's going pretty good. I am a little less interested in what's happening right now than I was in the first one, because we keep meeting new characters. I was just talking about this with my friend Kelly, who's also reading it right now. They keep introducing new people, and I really just want them to get along with the story. I want us to push on, and we keep meeting new people that I have to remember, or do I have to remember? Will we ever even see them again? And it's just getting a little frustrating because I like the characters we have now. I want you to do stuff with them, so it's getting annoying, but that's okay. I also started Peter Pan yesterday. I'm on chapter 5. It's going okay. I can see why people would love this. That's what I will say. It's very whimsical. It's very nonsensical. It's very dreamlike. That's not really my style. Pretty much everything like that I usually hate, but I'm not saying I hate. We're not at that point. But Peter's really weird, and the way the story is told is really weird, and I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the great love for me that it is for others, but it's going okay, and I'm going to keep plugging away at it. Next, I also started North and South. I am also about to start chapter 5 of this. This is going pretty good. It's weird getting into the headspace of Margaret because I really, really love the miniseries. I think I've said this. And this Margaret starts a lot more regressed than the Margaret in the show. And by regressed, I mean she's annoying. And she's annoying in the show, but not as annoying as she has been so far. So we will see, but obviously I'm not that far. And then I'll tell you about this. I also started an arc, which I haven't read a ton of those on NetGalley arc anyway. And it's called The Shrike and the Shadows. I can't remember who it is. I'll put up a picture right here. And I'm 17% into the ebook for this, the e-arc, and it's very interesting. It's a Hansel and Gretel retelling, and Hansel and Gretel, this is a new adult novel, by the way. And Hansel and Gretel are twins, and they live alone at kind of like the far end of this village, and there's this thing called the Shrike, which is this witch, and she keeps killing men and then leaving their heart behind. And this village has a crazy preacher who is also a rapist. He tried to rape Greta. And actually, they're called Hans and Greta, by the way. Sorry, I should say that. And the town also thinks it's weird that these two young adults, because I think they're about like 20, are living together, brother and sister, which isn't weird, but they think it is. And I think it's mostly because a lot of the girls in town really like Hans. And he's kind of a player, and they think it's weird that he continues to live with his sister, but his sister has no one else. And women in this town and the creepy priest who tried to assault her, they are saying things that like she's a witch. So if something ever happened to Hans, she would really be on her own. But yeah, that's what's happening so far. I don't know any more about the Shrike than that, but it's really creepy. It's giving me good like Halloween vibes, which is funny because I don't really like thrillers, but this is like a magical one and I'm into it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And then my big beauty is Dragonfly and Amber, and I am on page 450. So I'm over halfway. I'm annotating this. And this, I think I'm going to try to finish this week just to get it out of the way. Not in any bad way because I'm loving it. So there, that's enough of a start. I wanted to check in and tell you what I was reading before the week was already half over. And yesterday I just filmed that one clip about The Stars We Steal, which maybe if I can finish my TBR, I can read that one, which would be really fun. So, because right now I'm being good and pretty much just reading the stuff that's on my TBR, which is strange. But anyway, I'll check back in with you soon to see what progress I'm making. Hello. And yes, this is a different day, even though I'm wearing the same glasses and the same shirt. That's what happens. I literally have like 7 of these gray shirts because they're what I wear to work out. But I figured I would do another update because my reading progress has significantly moved forward. So I finished 2 books in the last 2 nights. So I finished Dragonfly and Amber, which was amazing. And spoiler alert, after finishing this, I decided that I'm going to do reviews for every Outlander book, starting with the main 8, and we'll see. I've actually never read the Lord John novels, which I hear are just as good. So I'm very interested in those, especially once I finish and have nothing left to read until the 9th one comes out. But finishing Dragonfly and Amber, I just realized that a lot of people who have read those books and review them, like they usually lose steam or like don't review all of them. At least I haven't seen any that I really liked. Excuse me. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to film an intro video for the series, and then I'll do a review for Outlander, which I read earlier this year. I think I read that in January and February. And then as I do these rereads with my friend Joe, I'm going to do reviews for them. And they probably won't get a ton of views, who knows, but the one thing that's really great about book reviews is that people find them later on. Like, book reviews are like a slow ramping video for you because you get some of your followers who, if they've already read the book, they'll watch it, or people who are like kind of interested in it. And then you get the people who are like super excited about it later on whenever they read it. And, you know, this book has been out for 20 years, so they want to gush about it. And then they find your video and then you made a new friend. So I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to make them on Saturdays. So they'll be like my bonus videos, so that people who aren't interested in Outlander still get other content from me. But anyway, and then tonight I finished Peter Pan, which I did not like, which I think you were prepared for that because I mentioned not being too into it. And I don't actually feel too bad because those of you who are reading it with me, you haven't really said anything super positive about it either. Granted, I'm reading it with like 8 people. But it's Murphy's favorite book, and so I'm really sad I didn't like it, and I'm not going to rate it very high. But there's some of my books that she didn't like. So there you go. Fair is fair. But I'm sad. So yeah, what I'm reading the rest of the week. I'm 30% into The Shrike and the Shadows, which I think I explained in the last clip. And so I'm going to work on getting that out of the way because 2 sequels that I'm really excited for on Kindle Unlimited actually come out. One of them came out today. It's called Silver Wolf, which is a sequel to Red Rider, which I read back in July. I didn't realize it was so long ago that I read it, but I looked back in my book planner and realized that's how long ago it was. And I'm really excited because it had a really dramatic like cliffhanger and I really like the story. I thought, okay, I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be some kind of werewolf smut, but I'd heard someone suggest it and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it was not at all. And I won't go into like explaining it all like right now in this one. I'll talk about it more when I'm reading Silver Wolf, but I really want to read that. And then the third and last book in the it's a high school bully romance trilogy that I actually really like. I read the first 2 in August, maybe, and the third one comes out at midnight. So those 2 books I want to read as soon as I can. So I want to finish The Shrike and the Shadows and get a review up for it because this is a NetGalley. And okay, I haven't been getting approved for NetGalley for eARCs lately, but I went and I like went up for like 6 of them because there was a bunch that looked really good and there was some in new adult that weren't just like pornos. They were legit like fantasies that are new adult, which is what this one is. Like the characters are like 22, which is really cool. And I got accepted for all of them because they were from the same publisher and they just like gave me grant approval for 4 of them. So, I mean, luckily they all come out at like different times. Like I think this one is the one that comes out the soonest. So I don't have to read them all right away, but I was like, "Holy crap, I just wanted to get one of them and I got approved for all 4 at the same time." And so now I'm feeling overwhelmed. But anyway, I've rambled way too much in this clip. But anyway, so I'm going to work on The Shrike in the Shadows. And then I also want to read a couple more chapters of North and South tonight to just keep up on that. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Hey guys, it is Sunday and it's time to wrap things up. Although I feel like I already pretty extensively talked about all the books, let's just pull it all together real quick. I had a fantastic day yesterday. My voice is hoarse. It was one of my friends. It was their wedding and it was amazing and we danced the night away and I have 2 toenails that are coming off. I won't show you. It's actually not gross because I have really small toenails, but we partied. It was great. But yeah, let's talk about what got read this week. I already, talked about it. I finished Dragonfly and Amber, which I wasn't expecting to read so fast. I annotated this one and I had so much to say. I had such a wonderful time rereading this. It was 5 stars. I'll have a review of this soon. It won't be till next month though. I'm going to be doing an Outlander series where I review the books and the TV show in the coming months leading up to the new season because I'm going to be rereading all the books and I'm really excited. But this was amazing and it's one of my favorite things I've read this year and it's a reread, but I loved it. Which is good because I also read Peter Pan this week and I didn't like it. I gave this 2.5 stars. I was not a fan. I can see why some people might be. It's very whimsical It is a beautiful story, just not my jam, and it hurts me because this is one of my good friend's favorite book, and she loved my favorite book, but there was nothing to latch onto in it for me. There's no consistent story. I don't understand Peter. I don't understand Neverland. I just don't get it. So we can chalk that into me not knowing anything, but it just wasn't for me, which is sad. Next, I don't have a picture of the cover, so I'll hold up my Kindle. I read The Shrike and the Shadows. I'm sorry, I don't know who the author is. I'll put it up here. It's 2 authors. And this was an e-arc from NetGalley. And again, I think I extensively talked about this, so I won't. But I ended up giving it like 4 stars, and it was good. It had some horror elements to it. It had some romance in it. It had lots of danger, and it had a cliffhanger ending. And I'm very excited to read what comes next. And this one isn't even out yet. That's the bummer with arcs sometimes. But I haven't had such a good arc experience in a while. An e-arc anyway. And which is why I hadn't requested any from NetGalley in a long time. But I found a couple, like I said, of new adult e-arcs that weren't completely smut, which, you know, I don't mind smut, but I wanted like a new adult fantasy, because I want fantasy but with a little bit of older characters, because, I mean, I'm 26 and sometimes it gets like annoying to read 16-year-olds, even though 26-year-olds and 16-year-olds, we don't always act different. Sometimes we act just as foolish as children do. But I really enjoyed that one, so that's fun. I got to write a really good review for it, and I was happy. And then I'm still plugging away at North and South. I'm actually listening to it right now. I love it so much. So anyway, I'm on chapter 12 and page 94 of my book, and I'm actually going to go read this right now. It's before church, and I have some time, so I'm going to go get my coffee and read, and then I'll go to church. And today there's football, and then there's some fun times tonight hanging out. I'm just gonna relax because yesterday was so much fun, but it was a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this longer vlog. I usually don't have as much to say, but this week was fun. I had lots to say because I finished a lot of things. So thank you so much for watching. I put up new videos on Monday and Thursday, and be on the lookout because this week on Saturday my new Outlander series starts, which I have some fun things planned for, and I hope you will be into it. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.